Okay, let's be real. We've all been there. You're staring down at a toilet that just refuses to cooperate. It's frustrating, right? Well, that constant clogging can be more than just an annoyance. It might be a sign of a bigger problem. So, in the next few minutes, we're going to figure out exactly why it's happening and, more importantly, how to fix it for good. Let's dive in.
So, this is the big question. Why does this keep happening over and over again? Look, a toilet that clogs all the time isn't just trying to ruin your day. It's your plumbing system trying to tell you something. We're going to break down all the common causes, from really simple habits to some sneaky hidden system issues, and I'll give you the exact steps to not only fix the clog, but to stop it from ever coming back.
All right, so where do we even begin? Well, the problem usually boils down to one of two things. It's either about what's going into the toilet, or it's an issue with the plumbing system itself. Let's start with the most common culprit of them all.
I know, it sounds way too simple, but believe me, this is the #1 cause. When you use a huge wad of toilet paper all at once, it just creates this dense, impassable clump that the flush can't handle. It gets stuck right there in the S-bend of the pipe, and boom, you've got a plumbing traffic jam where nothing else can get through.
Okay, this right here, this is one of the biggest myths in the entire world of plumbing. You see, toilet paper is literally designed to dissolve in water. But everything on that list on the right, especially those things called flushable wipes, absolutely are not. It's a total myth. They don't break down and they create these horrible, stubborn blockages. So the rule is super simple. If it's not human waste or toilet paper, it goes in the trash can. Period. Not the toilet.
So what if you're doing everything right? You're being careful about what you flush, but it still keeps clogging. Well, then the problem might not be what you're flushing, but the system itself. Things like mineral buildup from hard water can actually make your pipes narrower over time. Or a low water level in the tank means your flush is just too weak. Even a blocked vent on your roof can create this weird airlock situation that slows everything down to a crawl.
All right, enough about the problems. Now that we know what might be causing them, let's get into the good stuff, the solutions. The great news is you can often solve this all by yourself with the right tools and, more importantly, the right techniques. We're going to start with the most essential tool in any bathroom's arsenal. First things first, forget that frantic, splashy plunging you see in cartoons. It's all about technique. You got to make sure you're using a flange plunger. That's the one with the extra little flap on the end. That flange is designed to create a perfect seal. And once you have that seal, it's all about steady, controlled pressure. You're not using brute force, you're actually using the water to push the clog out. It's way more effective. Now, for a smaller clog, or if you just want to avoid harsh chemicals, you can try this pretty cool little trick. Pour about a cup of baking soda into the bowl, and then slowly, and I mean slowly, pour in 2 cups of vinegar. You'll see it start to fizz up, just like a science fair volcano. That reaction helps break down the gunk. Just let it do its thing for about 30 minutes, then flush it with a bucket of hot, but not boiling, water. You don't want to risk cracking the porcelain. It's a neat trick, just don't do it all the time. So, what happens when the plunger just isn't cutting it? It's time to level up your toolkit and bring in the toilet auger. Think of it like a specialized tool for really stubborn clogs. You feed this flexible cable down into the drain until you actually feel it hit the blockage. Then, you can use the handle to either break the clog apart or, and this is even better, snag it and pull the whole thing right back out. This is your go-to for those deep clogs that a plunger just can't reach.
Fixing a clog is one thing, but the real victory is never having one in the first place, right? This is where just a few simple habits can make a world of difference and save you a whole lot of future frustration.
Okay, so here it is, your game plan for a clog-free life. That first point is the golden rule. It's totally non-negotiable. Now, if you have an older, low-flow toilet, using a little less paper per flush really goes a long way. And hey, every once in a while, just peek into your tank. If the water level looks low, you're not getting enough power to clear the bowl properly. And finally, please steer clear of those harsh chemical drain cleaners. I know they seem like a quick fix, but over time they can literally eat away at your pipes, causing much bigger, much more expensive problems down the road.
Look, as much as we all love a good DIY fix, it is absolutely crucial to know your limits. Some plumbing problems are just symptoms of a much bigger issue, and for those, you really need to call in a professional.
So let's say you've done it all. You've plunged like a pro, you've even tried the auger, you're following all the rules, but the clogs just keep coming back. If that sounds familiar, listen up, because your toilet is definitely trying to send you a message.
These right here are the red flags you simply cannot ignore.
If the clogs are persistent, or if you hear gurgling sounds coming from other drains, like your shower or sink when you flush the toilet, that is a major sign. That gurgling is the sound of trapped air fighting to get through a blockage deep in your main drain line. And if other drains in your house are also slow, then the problem isn't just your toilet, it's system-wide.
And this really is the bottom line. As the pros always say, trying to DIY a major issue can turn a small, annoying problem into a catastrophic and really expensive one with serious water damage. So if you're seeing any of those red flags we just talked about, it is time to call a plumber.
So the next time your toilet starts acting up, just pause for a second and ask yourself this question. It might not just be a clog. It could be the check engine light for your home's entire plumbing system. And paying attention to that little signal is the absolute key to keeping everything in your house flowing smoothly. I really hope this helps you solve that never-ending clog for good.